What's up, everyone? Welcome back to another review. This time we're taking a look at Videodrome, written and directed by David Cronenberg. The story of Videodrome is as follows. Max Wren goes looking for an edgy new show for his sleazy cable TV station. He stumbles across the pirate broadcast of a hyper-violent show called Videodrome. His attempts to unearth the program's origins send him on a hallucinatory journey into a shadow world of right-wing conspiracies, sadomasochistic sex games, and bodily transformation. Okay, that's the overall story of Videodrome. Let's talk about it. Overall, I found this movie to be extremely weird. Yeah, Videodrome is a weird-ass movie. Now, in terms of its acting, I think all the actors in this movie did a really good job. I thought James Woods as Max Wren did a really good job of playing like this sleazy guy who gets caught into a world that is clearly out of his element. And I like how James Woods, slowly plays his declining sanity when he starts to question what's real and what's in his head. I thought James Woods did a fantastic job in this movie. He was really, really good as the character of Max Wren. Debbie Harry plays his love interest named Nikki. I thought Debbie Harry as Nikki, she was fine. She ain't the greatest actress in the world, mainly because Debbie Harry's more known for her work as the lead singer of Blondie. But in this movie, I thought she was fine. No, she plays the role of somebody with seductive sex appeal really, really well. And I can buy the fact that someone like Max would instantly want to hit on someone like like Nikki in this movie. So, in terms of the attraction, and to be fair, Woods and Harry do have some decent on-screen chemistry with one another, and some of the more intense scenes featured these two. So I enjoyed it. I thought she was fine in the role. She was not horrible at all, and she had James Woods to kind of enhance her a little bit. So yeah, Woods and Harry, I thought they were fine. The rest of the supporting cast, there's this guy called Harlan who works very closely with Max Wren at the TV station. He's kind of like his right hand man. I like how these two have a good friendship, like a working relationship with one another. And then when you go later on in the movie and it's revealed that he's kind of like a double agent for this guy called Convicts who's trying to spread Videodrome across the world. I like it. I like the betrayal that happens because in Max, I like the betrayal of that, and the character and Harlan and Wren do have some decent moments with one another, some little humorous moments here and there. So yeah, that was okay. The character of Harlan's fine. Barry Convicts, who's the villain of the movie, so to speak, the guy who kind of like co-created Videodrome with this guy called Brian Oblivion. I thought Convicts. He was okay. I think it would have been more interesting if his villain plan was more thought out instead of him wanting to give people brain tumors so that way they can. The whole thing of this movie, the whole thing of you getting a brain tumor by watching Videodrome because you're desensitized by sex and violence, is weird. It's just really, really weird. I'm having a hard time trying to talk about this movie because I don't really. It's just a weird-ass movie. Videodrome is a weird-ass movie. It was not a bad movie. I thought it was really good. It's just a weird movie, like an extremely weird movie. Like you have to watch it just to know what's going on. That's how weird this movie is. That's how hard it is to talk about a movie like this because a lot of really weird shit happens. But yeah, like I said, the actors all throughout they did fine. The actor who played Convicts, he was okay. There's this other actress who played a character called Marsha who tries to sell her video or whatever to Max at the beginning of the movie. She's fine too. She kind of did her own little investigation as to what Videodrome was, and the professor, this Brian Oblivion character, is somebody who only communicates through TV and cassettes. Though it's revealed that he has been dead for a year prior to the start of the film. But he had recorded mountains of footage of himself to kind of keep his work alive in a way, which I thought was actually pretty creative of someone to do. And that kind of plays into what Cronenberg is trying to tell with this movie, is the over reliance on technology. Like the overall theme of the over reliance of technology and desensitization of the violence and sex that we all go through. Those themes I understood with this movie, but the surreal imagery is very far fetched. I mean, it'll stick in your mind, no doubt about it. Like there's this famous scene of James Woods' stomach opening up, and he shows a gun in there. It's creepy as all hell. And then you have another scene where the same thing happens, and the guy puts a video cassette into his stomach. It's so, and then he gets manipulated into killing the people that he works with, so that way the villains can broadcast Videodrome across the world. Like I said, like in terms of like an actual plot, this movie doesn't really have much of it. It's more or less based on its visuals and its surreal imagery and the themes. It doesn't really have a plot, so to speak, and it doesn't really have. And this movie doesn't even have likable characters. Like every character in this movie is a sleaze or is just not the greatest person in the world. Like Max Wren, he is our lead. He's a sleaze. He does things for like ratings. But James Woods, man, but it's James Woods, so he gives him some sort of a charisma. But at the end of the day, like you're not gonna like a guy like Max Wren in real life, just like you're not gonna like all the other characters in real life because there's nothing likable about them. But listen, if that's what Cronenberg was trying to go for, then good job, sir. Good job, sir. I mean, you made a movie that's going to stick in everyone's head for a long, long time, and yeah, that's pretty much the best I could say about Videodrome. Like, it's a weird, surreal movie. It has very unique and distinct visuals. It's got really good acting. I mean, overall, Cronenberg's direction I thought was flawless. You know, he's really good at creating like an atmosphere. He's good at creating an atmosphere. The suspense is well done. And it matches the imagery that he's going for. I just think the writing is just needed more polish, and it needed a more fleshed out overall story to make the imagery feel more intense. That's just me personally. Like he's really building his story more around its thematic values than an actual story, when it should be the other way around. The story should enhance the themes, not the themes enhance the story. That's just how I feel about it. But does that make Videodrome a bad movie? No, it's not. It's really not. I can say that this is not a bad movie. I actually kind of like this movie. It's good. It's weird, but it's very good, and it is very entertaining. I mean, I do think the first 20 minutes can be a little bit slow, but once it starts to pick up, it gets really surreal really, really quickly. So with all that being said, I'm going to give Videodrome a solid 8 out of 10. I do recommend it. It is pretty good. So yeah, those are my thoughts. Let me know yours in the comment sections down below. Like the video and subscribe, and I'll check you back next time for more.